This is so much easier. So why does some yarn come like this? Let's talk about it. Quick clarification before I start. In the world of hand-dyed yarn, this is called a skein, sometimes called a hank, but usually a skein. So I'll use those terms interchangeably. This is often called a skein as well, but we also in the world of yarn often call anything that's ready to be knit with or crocheted with a ball. So I will call this a skein or a ball. Yarn is actually happiest when it's relaxed, so a skein like this keeps the yarn nice and loose. That helps preserve the softness, bounce, and structure of the fibers. If I balled everything ahead of time, that yarn would be sitting under tension, sometimes for months before it ever made it to your hook or needles. Over time, that tension can flatten the yarn, making it feel less springy, and in some fibers, even affect how it behaves as you knit or crochet. You've probably experienced this with skeins like this. Look at how kinky it is at the beginning. Freshly balled yarn doesn't do that. Beyond preserving the quality of your yarn, yarn has to be open to be dyed. The dye needs access to all of these strands evenly. You simply can't dye it when it's in a ball. So pretty much every hand-dyed yarn you love starts its life open, like this. So why don't we ball it after it's dyed? Well, in addition to harming the quality of your yarn, industrial ball winders are enormous industrial and extremely expensive pieces of equipment. That's just something the average hand-dyed yarn business can't afford or fit into their workspace. On top of that, balled yarn is inherently unstable. You've probably seen this in the craft store where this paper wrapper has fallen off and the balls just turn into this giant rat's nest. So, skeins like this aren't a shortcut. They're intentional. It's how yarn gets dyed, how we maintain its quality, and make sure we get it to you in the best possible condition. You decide when and how to wind it, and what amazing things you're going to make. I get that it's not the most convenient option, but really, if we were here for convenience, would we be making our own clothes stitch by stitch? Now, if you thought all this was helpful, and if you loved all this yarn that you saw, we hand dye that here at Yarn Dragon. It's on my website. Please feel free to go get some.